Well, good evening, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to Formby High School's live sixth form broadcast. My name is Dominic McKenzie, and I'm the head teacher of the school. I know a lot of our students and their parents will be listening, and I hope that you're all well. We miss you in school and look forward to your return in hopefully the not too distant future. I'd like to extend a particularly warm welcome to all the students and parents from other local high schools. It's great to have you with us this evening. The purpose of this event is to share information with you about our sixth form, to support you in making important choices about where you'll continue your education after GCSEs. Each year, a significant majority of our own students progress into sixth form to pursue A-levels and vocational courses. They're joined by very healthy numbers from other schools who take advantage of the wide range of courses, effective teaching, and excellent facilities that we have to offer. In normal times, we'd host a sixth form open evening, inviting you to visit school and speak with our sixth form teachers and students. This would allow you the opportunity to feel the warmth of our community, the passion and enthusiasm of our teachers, and the value placed on the happiness and success of each individual. Sadly, it's not possible to meet face to face this year, but hopefully this event will provide you with a flavour of life in Formby High School's sixth form and the unique nature of our offer. Several years ago, we coined the marketing strapline, "Don't get lost in the crowd." This was more than just a slogan. It captured the ethos of our sixth form. We're proud to say we get to know each of our sixth form students individually, placing a strong emphasis on pastoral care and personalised support. And this pays dividends in terms of helping our young people fulfil their potential, realise their ambitions, whether that's progressing into higher education, an apprenticeship, or employment. You'll see from this slide that we've built our sixth form journey around 4 central pillars, all of which help shape students by providing a broad and meaningful experience. The academic curriculum allows students to tailor their learning and is complemented by a diverse and creative range of enrichment opportunities. We also encourage and reward the development of leadership skills, and through our careers programme, provide high quality information, advice and opportunities to guide students into a bright and successful future. You'll shortly hear from Mr. O'Shaughnessy, our Director of Sixth Form, and Isabella and Cameron, 2 of our Year 13 students. I hope you find the information they share helpful, and I would encourage you to read our sixth form prospectus and course information sheets and watch our video, which gives a really good feel for life in sixth form. When the time is right, please do get in touch to organise a visit or meet with Mr. O'Shaughnessy or a member of his team. In addition, feel free to use the Q&A function during this broadcast, and our staff will aim to answer any questions you may have. I'd like to offer you my very best wishes and will now hand over to Mr. O'Shaughnessy. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. McKenzie, and a warm welcome from me too to you all to what we hope should be a really informative evening, but not you, Jackie Weaver. Let's look at some of the aspects of sixth form at Formby High School. In the sixth form, our aim is to try and maintain the outstanding support that you've received thus far. So, with guidance provided by our Deputy Head, Mrs. Blanchard, my colleagues on the sixth form team and I strive to look after our students, check on their attendance, keep them on track, and step in when necessary. Integration is key in making our students feel part of our community. Support, therefore, can be relied upon. But students who invest their faith and their trust in us over 2 years deserve an environment in which they feel comfortable, can study and develop. Provision for independent learning is vital, and that's what our network study area offers. The common room with its own coffee bar allows space to socialise, although for some it just remains a place for work. And as you'll see from the slide, there's a range of spaces to perform and develop in any particular way one would choose. As you can see here, one of our key aims in the sixth form is to offer opportunities to our students. We lead the way in the Duke of Edinburgh, for example, in Sefton, and have a long-deserved reputation for performance. We encourage our students to participate in both, along with cultural trips and charity work serving the community. So there is something for everybody, to their own tastes, their ambitions and their own interests. Students in sixth form have the opportunity to follow one of 4 pathways. The majority of our students will follow a 3-course pathway, comprising A-levels, BTECs, or a combination of both. You need at least a 4 in English, that's language or literature, and maths, if you want to choose pathways 1, 2, or 3. In addition to meeting the minimum entry requirements for the chosen pathway, students must fill the entry requirements for each subject they intend to study. So what I would advise is to take a careful look at the digital prospectus and web pages. For those who are aiming very high and can show this by their high attainment at GCSE, they'll be able to select a full A-level course and will study all of those subjects during years 12 and 13. Provision for retaking English and maths will be available for those who find it necessary. It's an interesting point of our sixth form that we offer a 2-week timetable, but those year 12 students and year 13 students in that 2-week timetable have a 4-day week. The 4-day week condenses the timetable so that our students are busy during their 4 days, but it also provides flexibility, opportunities to develop intervention and support mechanisms if required. Students have 9 timetabled lessons per subject, plus a choice of enrichment activities on a Wednesday afternoon. And as I say, remaining time will be available for independent study, which is so central to all of sixth form study. Now, as Mr. Mackenzie mentioned in his introduction, our provision incorporates 4 distinct pillars in this journey that our students will be taking. One of the obvious central elements to it is the academic. And within our academic strand, we actively encourage students to take an additional qualification from a range of options offered in school and online. So they're listed there. As I mentioned before, some students will take a 4th A-level. The extended project qualification offered at year 13, started in year 12, is very popular for students who might be taking courses in medicine, dentistry, veterinary science. Well, there are others as well. We have the outside examinations, such as music exams and LAMDA exams. But in school, we also offer sports leadership courses. There are additional GCSEs that we can follow. We can invest in the community lecture programme, and there are online courses, which we call MOOCs, that are part of our enrichment programme. We are immensely proud of our extracurricular opportunities that have developed over the years. Many are accredited, such as the Arts Award Gold, Core Maths, and Tomorrow's Teachers. All of these courses enhance and enrich the credentials of our sixth form students, whether in understanding finances, learning to cook, or acquiring a new language. It's unparalleled, in our opinion, in terms of enrichment. Another cornerstone, of course, is leadership. There is an expectation for our students to play an active role in school life. It's an important one. We're after all students to show leadership skills as part of a wide range of activities. Take, for example, the prefects and the ambassadors who have roles around the school and the impact they have on our younger students, our visitors, and all members of the community. Add into it the charity work and fundraising, their involvement in school parliament, and there are leadership skills which will benefit our students as they move forward through their education. From the outset, we have one eye on life after sixth form, and that's where careers comes in. Looking to the future, our careers programme provides students with high quality advice and guidance around post-18 pathways and future careers. So there's a range of programs on offer. The Careers Experience Week is a week that's taken from the academic year in Year 12 to allow our students to create their own career possibilities that have led to some surprisingly profitable results. Our annual careers fair brings professionals to school, as do the Meet the Professionals events. But in addition to that, we have career breakfasts, constant conversations going with our careers advisor, plus the usual expectations of UCAS and apprenticeship support. This is where the use of study at home day becomes invaluable, because that allows students to take opportunities to invest in work placements, which, as I say, is important for medics, vets, etc. The 4 areas that we've just outlined are recognised by something that is unique, and that's the Formby High School Baccalaureate. It's a unique quality mark that acknowledges our students' achievements and contributions. We're now 3 years into implementing the FHS programme. Students who succeed in doing this will gain accreditation at the end of Year 13, which has been validated by our colleagues at the University of Liverpool. Now, the University of Liverpool recommend students who've achieved the baccalaureate to their departments and to other institutions, because they recognise it broadens the experience of our students, goes above and beyond academic studies, and something vital and important to us, allows them to flourish personally, socially, as well as academically. So, you've heard a lot from me and Mr. Mackenzie about life in sixth form at Formby High. Well, we thought we'd give you a chance to hear from other voices. So I'd like to introduce to you Isabella to talk about her experiences as a member of our upper sixth cohort.
Ready? Hi, I'm Isabella and I've been at Formby High for 7 years now. I'm currently studying English, history and religious, and I'm hoping to go to university in September to carry on studying English. I've loved Formby High my whole experience because every lesson the teachers are really engaging and supportive, and they're always there when you need extra help. Like it's very supportive. I've had lots of experiences with Formby High. I'm currently doing my DAV Gold and my Sports Leaders Level 3. I just love Formby High because it's like a family. Everyone's really friendly and it's like a close network of support where you get that one-on-one feedback, which really helps your grades. I would recommend Formby High to any one of my peers, and I look forward to seeing you in September.
Thank you to Isabella. And I'd like now to introduce you one of her colleagues in Year 13, Cameron.
Hi, my name is Cameron and I have been studying at Formby High for the past 7 years, and I decided to stay on at Formby High for the past 2 years due to many reasons, such as the subjects which the sixth form provides for students, as well as that the resources which are within the subjects which you get, which are fantastic, and also most importantly to me, the care and support from teachers, pastoral team and just general staff at Formby High as well. So at the moment I am studying geography, engineering and art, hoping one day I go on to university to do coastal engineering. And there was a lot of support, I would say, getting the best grades possible within Formby High so you can go on to university or apprenticeships. So it's a real care factor here to get, the teachers provide a lot of support for you to get those top grades and to move on to university. As well as that, there's other support which the school offers is a lot of support in CVs, personal statements, and as well as that, a lot of support within the UCAS as well. And in fact, the last couple of weeks, due to us being at home and everything, we have had a lot of live connections on Zoom and everything to make sure, help on UCAS and everything. And as well as that, Mr. O, for example, he does a lot of work within checking all the UCASs, making sure they are 100% best as possible to be sent off to university, so you can, you have the best chance of getting in. As well as that, there's lots of opportunities at Formby High sixth form as well. As previously mentioned, Mr. O, Mr. Mackenzie have said we've got the enrichment scheme at Formby High, and one of the enrichment which I'm doing is core maths, and core maths is great. Let me tell you a little bit about it. a lot of UCAS points, you get about 20 UCAS points for it, so it's great for university. As well as that, it also is very useful for real life, as I'd say it's useful maths. So there's a lot of stuff within taxes and everything. So overall, it's just, just great opportunities there within sixth form. So there's a lot to think about, and we really do hope, and we look forward to seeing you in September, and hope you choose us. Yeah, thank you for listening.
Thank you, Cam. And I think you'll all agree with those two lovely, brilliant young people. They do a far better job than any of us can do in Southern School. But we'll plough on, because even though tonight we're talking about joining the sixth form, it's important to see what life afterwards may consist of. So let's have a little look at what's happened to some of their predecessors, shall we? Okay, look, here's Bella. Bella from last year, who's currently studying geography at the University of Cambridge. She was a prefect, and Bella was hugely invested in fundraising, and she's right there hitting the heights, literally, in the London Eye, all the way in Cambridge. Slightly more down to earth, we have George. George took a different route. He studied a range of A-levels and BTECs, and now he's actually an apprentice at Lang O'Rourke. So George, which is him taking a selfie here, is actually working on the new Everton Stadium. But to be fair, he's a lovely lad, so we won't hold that against him. Let's look at another apprentice. This is James. James is a young lad who is now doing an apprenticeship degree, which basically means that he's getting trained by Jaguar Land Rover, but at the same time he's being paid to do his degree. He's based in Warwick. James's aspirations were actually encouraged by a chance conversation at a careers event that we held that actually literally changed his life. We'll have a little look now at Maddie. Maddie was one of our successful Oxbridge candidates last year. Her mum wasn't allowed to go with her, although she asked. Maddie benefited from our bespoke High Flyers programme, designed to assist those students who are looking to apply to Oxbridge courses, but also for our medics, our dentists, and those applying to some of the elite Russell Group universities. You can now find Maddie contributing to the COVID testing in the school, showing she still has that community spirit. And finally, one of our alumni, the rock legend known as the Lapsley. She joined us from Greenbank High School and has gone on, amongst other things, to sing at Glastonbury. In fact, students of our school go far and wide. If we have a little look at the map, we've got Anna in Edinburgh doing medicine, Neve in Cambridge doing veterinary science, Bernie, who got an unconditional offer to study history in Lancaster, and it goes on. Maddie, who we talked about in Oxford, but there's also Nuala studying music at Leeds, Emma in Newcastle, while George got as far away as his parents as possible by going to Exeter. So look, now you've been given a little glimpse of what's on offer at the school. You may all be sitting there thinking, how on earth do I apply? Well, the application form, the prospectus, in fact, all the details from tonight can be found on the school website, as is shown there. In addition, you can keep in touch with us via Twitter and Instagram. And Sixth Form Instagram is at work as we speak, publishing updates, offering deadlines, keeping in touch with our own students. We do have our own YouTube channel, so there are loads of ways of maintaining contact with us. A recent innovation prompted by the COVID crisis has been our preview centre. Because of the difficulties faced by our Years 11 students of the past year, this features a wide range of academic activities from all the subject areas and courses. This provides a really valuable little taster experience for students preparing for life in sixth form. I'd really encourage students to access these materials throughout the summer in order to hit the ground running in September. Have a look after the show tonight. I think you might find it very interesting. I'd like to thank you all for listening, and I want you to pass you back now for the final words to our head teacher, Mr. Mackenzie.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. O'Shaughnessy, and I hope you found the information that Mr. O'Shaughnessy and the students have shared helpful and informative. And I'd encourage you to digest the information, to spend a little bit of time looking at the school website. There is a wealth of information there. As I said, the prospectus is great, and do watch the video, which I think really brings the sixth form experience to life. You're not able to visit yet, I'm afraid, but please do email if you have any queries. Please do pick up the phone, and somebody from the sixth form team will be able to answer any questions that you do have. And it will be great to hear from you. It will be great to receive your applications. And those of you who are in our Year 11, as I said, looking forward to seeing you. Those of you from other schools, hopefully we'll see you when September arrives. So thank you ever so much. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you all soon. Good night.
I remember last summer, we were sitting by the water. The sun was in the sky, your hand was holding mine. I remember thinking, this couldn't last forever. I knew we had to say goodbye, and the summer had to end. But the sun came down on that shimmering sea, and the tide came in. Now the water's too deep, and people packed up here. They left for home and wait for the next time when summer comes along. I remember last summer. I remember dreaming in colors, that black and white world. We'd leave it behind. I remember dancing in moonlight. We stayed on the beach all night and watched the sunrise. But the sun came down on that shimmering sea, and the tide came in. Now the water's too deep, and people packed up here. They left for home and wait for the next time when summer comes along. I remember last summer. I remember last summer. I remember last summer, we were sitting by the water. You looked me in the eyes, said all good things had to end. But the sun came